My girlfriend said to me with complete coldness, "Your family's problems are none of my concern." When my brother was on the verge of ending up on the street, I accepted those words without arguing. However, when it was her sister who ended up getting arrested, I applied the exact same logic she had thrown at me. Now she calls me heartless while begging for help she will never get from me. She said she would have to deal with his stress, his debt, and his drama. This house is my sanctuary, my place of peace, and I'm not going to let it be filled with other people's problems. The irony was that I paid for that sanctuary with $2,950 a month, while she contributed barely $450. Aisley went on to suggest that if I really wanted to help my brother, I could pay for a few nights at a cheap motel or rent him a storage unit for his things. But he was not moving in here, and I was not taking money out of my savings. I asked her what would happen if I decided to help him anyway. She looked at me coldly and said, "Then you'd be choosing your brother's problems over our relationship. Maybe we need to reconsider whether we truly share the same values for a future together." In that moment, I understood exactly what was happening. My partner of 3 years was threatening to end our relationship simply because I didn't want my brother to become homeless. She, who lived in my house paying almost nothing, drove a car bought by her wealthy parents, and had her health insurance paid for by them, was lecturing me about financial responsibility while placing conditions on helping my own family. I watched her for a long moment, realizing who she really was when an uncomfortable situation threatened her comfort. Finally, I replied calmly, "You're right, Aisley. Connor's problems aren't your responsibility." The moment she heard that, her face lit up. She leaned in to kiss me on the cheek, visibly relieved. "I knew you'd understand once you looked at it logically and practically. That's one of the things I love most about you. You never let emotions cloud your judgment when making important decisions." The next morning, while Aisley was at her yoga class, a $100 monthly course that I paid for, I called my bank and transferred $6,500 to Connor's account. Then I called him and told him he could come over that same afternoon with his things and move into the guest room whenever he wanted. When Aisley came back around noon and saw Connor's truck parked in the driveway, loaded with boxes and furniture, she exploded. "We agreed he wasn't moving in here, didn't we?" I replied calmly. "What you said was that his problems weren't your responsibility, and you were right. So I handled it, because it's my problem to solve."
If you don't want to wait for the next part, the full story is on my YouTube channel, Reddit Dominion. Like, follow, and share if you're enjoying the story.